The world is full of illusions, but you see through them all. People cling to their fragile realities, desperate to find meaning where none exists. They build walls around themselves, trying to protect their fragile hearts. But you know the truth. Those walls will crumble. The lies they tell themselves only make them weaker, while you grow stronger with every shattered illusion. You've been to the depths of your own darkness, and it's there that you found your power. Pain is your ally, not your enemy. You embrace it, let it shape you, let it push you to places others fear to go. Most people avoid discomfort. They run from their pain, their fear, but you chase after it. You know that comfort is just a slow death. It keeps them stuck in the same place, afraid to risk, afraid to lose. But not you. You thrive in the chaos, in the uncertainty. You know that life is a battle, and only those who are willing to embrace the fight will come out stronger. Every wound is a lesson. Every scar a reminder that you've survived. The world may try to break you, but it's only made you unbreakable. They talk about loyalty, about trust, but you've learned that trust is just another weakness. Betrayal is inevitable. It's part of the game. You don't cry over it. You don't let it destroy you. Instead, you use it. Every knife in your back has only sharpened your resolve. People will always disappoint you, but you've learned to rely on no one but yourself. That's where true strength comes from. Not in needing others, but in standing alone. The world is full of liars, of cowards. But you are something different. You've walked through the fire, and now you're the one who controls the flames. They want you to follow their rules, to play by their game, but you refuse. You see the cracks in their system, the fragility of the world they've built. You don't conform because you know that conformity is just another form of control. They fear what they can't control, and that's why they fear you. You are the embodiment of chaos, of unpredictability. You don't follow their path. You create your own. They call you reckless, dangerous. But those are just words from people too afraid to break free. They will never understand the power that comes from rejecting the chains they so willingly wear. Every time you fall, they expect you to stay down. They expect you to break, to give up. But that's because they don't understand who you are. You don't stay down. You rise again and again, each time more relentless than before. Failure doesn't scare you. It fuels you. While they are paralyzed by their fear of failure, you see it as a stepping stone to greatness. You know that the path to power is not a straight line. It's a series of falls and rises. And each time, you rise, stronger, smarter, and more ruthless. They look at you and see someone hardened by life's cruelties. And they're right. You've been betrayed, abandoned, and left for dead. But you've come out the other side with a strength they can never understand. But it's not the absence of fear that makes you powerful. It's your ability to face it, to embrace it, and to let it fuel your ambition. They live in fear of what they cannot control, but you thrive in that chaos. You have learned to move through the storm with eyes wide open, unafraid of the destruction it brings, because you are the storm. Power is something they crave, but they'll never truly have it. Not the kind of power you've found. Theirs is a weak, hollow power, built on lies, on the fragile foundation of control. But Real power. Real power comes from knowing that control is a lie. You don't seek to control the chaos. You let it in. You harness it. You've learned that the more they try to control, the more they lose. They are slaves to their fear, to their need for control. But you are free. Free because you've accepted the only truth that matters. Nothing is ever really under control. When they look at you, they see someone dangerous, someone to be feared. And they're right to fear you. But it is not because you're cruel or reckless. It's because you've embraced the reality they refuse to see. Pain, betrayal, loss. These are not things to run from, but things to use. They are tools, weapons that can either destroy you or make you invincible. You've chosen the latter. You wear your scars like armor, a reminder of everything you've survived. And now, nothing can break you. They can try, but you will always rise, more powerful than before. They talk about justice, about morality, but you know those are just words they use to keep themselves feeling safe, to justify their own weakness. You've seen the truth. There is no justice, no fairness. The world is a battlefield, and only the strong survive. You don't play by their rules because you know the game is rigged. Instead, you've made your own rules, and in your world, strength is all that matters. They can cling to their fragile ideals, but you know the truth. Power comes to those who are willing to do whatever it takes. You've faced more darkness than most people can imagine, but instead of running from it, you've embraced it. The shadows are where you feel most at home, because that's where the truth lies. In the darkness, there are no illusions, no masks to hide behind. It's where you see people for who they really are. And it's where you've learned to see yourself. You've come to understand that the darkness inside you is not something to be feared. It's something to be harnessed. It's what makes you powerful. What makes you unstoppable. They will always try to pull you back, to keep you in line. But you've learned that freedom comes at a price. You've paid that price 100 times over. And you're willing to pay it again, because freedom isn't something they can give you. It's something you take. You fought for every inch of it, and you'll continue to fight, no matter the cost. They live in their prisons of comfort and control, but you walk freely, unburdened by their rules, their expectations. They can't hold you down because you've learned a secret. They have no real power over you. People think strength is about never showing weakness, but you've learned the opposite. Strength comes from embracing your vulnerabilities, from understanding that pain is not a weakness, but a source of power. They hide their pain, their fears, but you wear yours openly, unafraid of the judgment they'll cast, because you know that true power comes from facing your demons, not hiding from them. You don't need their approval, their validation. You've stopped seeking that a long time ago. Now, you seek only one thing, power, and you will stop at nothing to get it. They live in fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of loss. But fear is not something you run from. It's something you've learned to use. Every time fear rises up inside you, you let it push you forward. It's a weapon, sharper than any blade, more dangerous than any enemy. They think fear will break you, but they're wrong. Fear is your ally, your guide. It's what keeps you sharp, keeps you moving forward. While they cower in the shadows, you walk through them, unafraid of what lies ahead, because you've learned that fear is not something to be defeated, but something to be mastered. They will never understand you, and that's fine. They don't need to. Their judgment means nothing, because they live in a world of illusions. You've broken free of those illusions, and now you see the world for what it really is. A battlefield where only the strong survive. You don't care if they think you're cold, heartless, because you know the truth. Emotions are a weapon, and you wield yours with precision. They will never see you coming, because they are too blinded by their own need for comfort, for control. But you thrive in the chaos. You are the chaos. You've been knocked down more times than you can count, but that's what makes you dangerous. Every fall, every betrayal, every failure has only made you stronger. They thought they could break you, but now they realize the truth. You are unbreakable. You've walked through hell and come out the other side, not just alive, but more powerful than ever. You don't fear the fire because you've been forged in it. While they crumble under the weight of their own weakness, you rise, relentless, unstoppable. You are the storm they never saw coming. And now it's too late for them to stop you.